Oh my god, look, it says back then in this history that the knight is gay.
Gay? Gay as in being homosexual, or does it mean happy?
I'm not sure, but if I'm not, it can be two different meanings, right?
Yeah.
I wonder.
So the first topic we are going to talk about is language change. Language change is variation over time in a language's phonological, morphological, semantic, syntactic, and other features.
For the example of language change, the word chosen is gay. Originally, gay meant happy, cheerful, or bright. For example, in older texts, you might find a sentence like, "The knight was gay in his attire," which simply meant he was dressed in a joyful or vibrant manner. However, over time, the meaning of gay shifted dramatically. Today, the word is most commonly used to describe someone's sexual orientation, specifically referring to homosexuality.
You're like really pretty.
Thank you.
So you agree?
What?
You think you're really pretty?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my god, I love your bracelet. Where did you get it?
Oh, my mom made it for me.
It's adorable.
It's so fetch.
What is fetch?
Oh, it's like slang from England.
Now, I'm going to explain you about lexical ambiguity. Lexical ambiguity is the presence of two or more possible meanings for a single word. It is also called semantic ambiguity or homonymy. It means that a word in a sentence could carry many meanings according to the receptor understanding and perception of what they heard.
Example of lexical change. Based on the conversation in this image, the word match can have many possible meanings according to someone's perception. It could be a football match, a stick to lit a fire, or a partnership. In this conversation, the confusion arises because the word match has multiple meanings. When the boy says, "I found the match," the girl thinks he means the fire starting stick, but what the boy really means is he found a partner on a dating app. The word match is ambiguous because both meanings are frequently used in everyday language and valid. Without additional context, it can lead to a misunderstanding. In this situation, match is a noun meaning a compatible partner, specifically someone found on a dating app. The boy used it to refer to someone who is a good fit for him romantically. The confusion is resolved when the boy clarifies what he really meant. By giving more information, the boy removes the ambiguity and makes his intended meaning clear.
Syntactic ambiguity. Syntactic ambiguity refers to a situation in which a sentence or phrase can be interpreted in multiple ways due to its structure or syntax. In other words, syntactic ambiguity is like when you say something and it can mean two different things because of how the words are put together. For example, let's take a look at the video shown.
What does the sentence "Ingrid saw the Martian with a telescope" mean? Seems pretty straightforward, right? There's a Martian, it has a telescope, and Ingrid is seeing it. But wait, about half of you are saying right now, that's not at all what I thought it meant. I thought it meant that Ingrid had the telescope and she's using it to look at the Martian. Well, you're not wrong either. This sentence is ambiguous. In one meaning, the Martian has the telescope, and in the other meaning, Ingrid has it. So how is it that one sentence can have two different meanings?
The sentence, "Ingrid saw the Martian with a telescope," is ambiguous. What makes it ambiguous is because it can be interpreted into two different meanings. And the difference between the two meanings is who has the telescope. In other words, which part is the phrase "with a telescope" is modifying. Under one meaning, "with a telescope" is modifying the Martian. And under the other meaning, Ingrid has the telescope. And now the phrase "with a telescope" is modifying the verb saw. To understand both meanings better, let's use what linguists call tree structure diagram. Let's start with what happens if the Martian has the telescope. Since the whole thing, the Martian with a telescope, is what Ingrid saw, with a telescope, the phrase with a telescope has to be part of the Martian's noun phrase. See? You see? Okay. And then now what happens if the telescope is associated with the verb saw, with seeing? Who did Ingrid see? The Martian. And how did Ingrid see? Using the telescope, prepositional phrase is moved up here because Ingrid is the one with the telescope. Ingrid used the telescope to see the Martian.